Good morning, dear students. It is R.V. Kuswaha. Today I am going to teach you Chapter 2, English Class 8, The Thousand Petaled Lotus. King Vikram was a legendary king of ancient India. In stories, he is often portrayed as the ideal king and is known for his generosity, courage and justice. So you might have heard the name of King Bikram, and he was popular king of ancient India. In stories, he is often portrayed as an ideal king and is known for his generosity. He was a generous king, courageous, and he is known for his justice. He also greatly respected and supported person of learning. He appears in hundreds of traditional Indian legends, including those in Betal Pachisi, is named Bikram Betal, and in Singhasan Battisi. Some scholars say that King Bikram was not a real person. According to some scholars, King Bikram was not a real because many stories about him are fantastic in nature. Many years ago, when today was just a dream, there lived a king called Bikram. So, before many years, when today was a dream, today was like a dream, there lived a king, and his name was Bikram. One day, while he was hunting in the forest, with his men, he saw a huge wild boar. When he was hunting, while he was hunting in the forest with his men, he saw a huge wild boar. Here, the wild boar is a male pig, and he was hunting a wild male pig. The king chased the beast deep into the forest. He was chasing that boar, and he went into the deep forest, which then suddenly disappeared into the thick undergrowth. And when he was chasing that boar, he disappeared into the thick undergrowth, into deep forest. He went there, and the men who had not been able to keep pace with Bikram, and the men who were with King Bikram, they were not able to cover the speed of Bikram and looked high and low for him. But there was no sign. They searched Bikram King. The people, whoever were there with Bikram King, they searched him, Bikram King, but they didn't find him. And they searched, but there was no sign of him. King Bikram, who had ridden far into the forest, because he entered into the deep forest, into the dense forest, and realized that he was lost. When he reached there into the deep forest, dense forest, he himself realized that he has lost himself in the dense forest, and he rode on slowly till he came to a lake. And after that, he slowly went, he reached to a lake. There he dismounted, watered his horse, and then sat down on the bank to rest. And he rode on slowly. Slowly he reached there near the lake, and then he came down from his horse, and he gave water to drink his horse, and then sat down on the bank of that lake. Looking around, he looked around. He saw stone steps leading into the water, and when he was there near the lake, he looked around, and he found a stone steps leading into the water, which stepped to the water on the last step sat a young man. When he searched there, when he looked forward, he found a young man was sitting there, sad-eyed. He was very sad, and his eyes were very sad and thin. He was looking thin. His bones stuck out sharply, and his eyes had sunk into his head. His bones struck stuck out sharply. His bones were, because he was looking very thin, his bones were stuck out. His eyes had sunk into his head, and below them there were dark hollows. King Vikram went up to him and said, and when King Vikram saw that the man is sitting, the young man is sitting near the lake, he went to him and said him that, why do you look so unhappy, young man? He asked him, is there anything can I do for you? Is there anything can I help you? And do you need any help? Like that he asked. King Vikram asked to that man. The young man looked out on the still waters, sighed and said, and when he King Vikram asked the young man for his help, the young man looked out on the stilled water. That young man looked towards the stagnant water, because in that lake there was stilled water. The water was stagnant, and he sighed and said, he looked that side and told, why should I burden you with my sorrows? Because I am sorrow, and I am unhappy, and why should I burden you with my sorrows? He asked. He told, thirst and rest a while. To take a rest for a while, I stopped here